Okay, hello guys and welcome. Today I'll do a really short video on how to record audio within Fruity Loops to use in a separate video. Like, it's not really hard to record sound in Fruity Loops, but there are some minor issues with some of the options you have, and this way of doing things I learned from Zurkan. Link to his YouTube channel will be in the description. Basically what I did is just ask what he used to record, and he said, like, I'm not using an external recorder, and you actually external software like Audacity is only usable when you have the ASIO for all drivers disabled. So this is recording with ASIO. As you see, I have the mic in right here, and I'll also go a little bit into some might be useful effects you could do on the voice. Okay, so first of all, for the video I'm using Cam Studio. It was a hassle to get working, but it has, with 11 frames per second, it beats the one with the best colors, which had 6 frames a second, and it beats most other codecs, like with Cam Studio, and I used a lot of other recording programs which either cost money, which I don't have, or had their own codecs which didn't work. I've had codecs making inverted colors, missing one color of the RGB spectrum. Really, it was a hassle. So yeah, I'm using Cam Studio with XVID, and in order to use XVID, I had to use I had to use one of the options with region, because XVID can't handle odd numbers, so you have to manually set the region you're recording. Okay, that was the recording parts in video, and I will be using this to record real music here too, but not yet. Let me see, what was it? Yes, so you see I have one voice in here, and it's got mic in, the mic in as an input. I could also try a mono channel, one of these would work too, and the maxed in is one of my audio connectors. So yeah, and for this I actually disconnected the input from the output to the master. As you can see, the master isn't responding to my talking, but the voice in is, and this is to stop myself from experiencing the feedback, feedback phenomenon. It means if I hear my own voice, especially at some timings, I will actually get flustered, and for no other reason than my brain not being able to process what's going on with my voice. So yeah, another advice I can give you when you're recording in FL and you're having output, actual output going on plus input going on, use headphones no matter what. Use headphones or use any kind of earplugs you have. Do not use boxes, because that will mess up everything. You will get echoes and you'll get self-strengthening sounds it's not fun. So what did I use to record? Basically really simple input, and on the effects I have, come over here, Voxengo recorder, and Voxengo is recording to my data drive, and it's yeah, you can just output to a file, and if you're doing a live stream you can even output, I can't change that right now, but you can output to a stream. So that's basically it. Just input, make sure there is input, and then record set input. Now I'm going to master, I'm going here, I'm going to enable send so I can hear what I'm doing, and I'm going to teach you guys a few noob-like effects, because you've noticed my quality is way off. I'm using my laptop speakers. There's background noise from the hard drives in the laptops going on and on. There's background noise from outside my window, which is open because it's quite warm, even though I'm Dutch and I live in the Netherlands. Netherlands is supposed to be cold, it's warm. I open my window, I live near a quite busy road. Background noise. So make sure the Voxengo recorder, Voxengo recorder is a free recorder, by the way. You can just find it by googling. And this company also has some really awesome not free plugins. You can check them out by Voxengo, and yeah. So let me get which one was it again? Parametric EQ is always useful. As you can see, when I shut up, there's a lot going on. In the mid spectrum you'll hear the like wind sounds and stuff will be here. If you have like an old monitor, you might hear something here in the treble and the higher parts, and these lower parts are mostly from my laptop making noise. So I'm now going to enable the master track, so my speaking might be a little bit off, but I'm gonna try to hear if I can show you guys filtering. And notice how the EQ goes before the recorder, so that the effect is recorded, because if I put Voxengo recorder above the parametric EQ, the EQ wouldn't process anything. Well, actually it would process, but it wouldn't be recorded. So we want a steep line to cut it off, and let me get this here. Yes. So now I'm hearing myself go, and it's kind of bugging. So here we go. Type is high pass, and much better, and there's not too much loss to my own voice. So, and you've also noticed, let me turn it off again. So I turned it off again. I talk more slow because I'm trying to filter out my own voice when I'm talking with the feedback on. But you've noticed now my voice is going to be clipping in the recording. You can solve that by using Fruity limiter. So when using the limiter, whenever my voice goes over the limit, it will be compressed down. Let's hear. I want to hear how this sounds exactly. So right now I can talk as hard as I want, but it won't really change anything, and I'm really freaked out by my own voice. But this is already better. And the third trick is another one with a limiter. I'm going to do this separate because I don't want to confuse either myself or you guys. Actually, let me move this one up, 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 up. Here, another limiter. And instead of limiting, which is already happening, we will be doing a noise gate to filter out constant background noise a little bit, so that the in-between will be clearer for later editing or just for filtering it out. Thresholds, this, gain, this should do the trick. Let me hear this again. Blah 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 blah. Well, almost perfect. Get it over here. More threshold. So yeah, but now you'll hear. More glitchings, and it's not really pretty. But now that the majority of the noise is filtered out when I'm not talking, there's actually room for, cutting it out completely and giving way to whatever it is you're recording. So this was the first part, making your voice sound as good as you can. I'm planning on buying a good microphone, so this processing is really an emergency thing. But, until I have the money, I'd keep doing it. So now we're going to make a simple beat, and at least I'm going to make a simple beat and record said simple beat. So you notice I disconnected this thing again. Let's move it here, and let's bring up the pattern maker. Already, I don't really need it right now. Okay. First thing I want to do then is get another Voxengo instance. I could record everything at once by routing the master track to the voice in, but I don't really think that's appropriate, because that would mean filtering out the noise while there's also music playing. So the cleanest thing you can do is get another Voxengo recorder, check the out file, and tutorial Vox. Let's make this tutorial master. Save. Yes, sorry, my computer is Dutch. I'm Dutch. So apart from the English speech, which has some flaws, everything is Dutch. So basically it's now outputting to here, and all I have to do is clicking start. But I want to sync this, so I'm clicking start right here, and I'll later sync this in the video with the help of some parts of visual feedback. So let's see. To make a simple beat, we need sounds. Normally, I have the sampler, the browser, and this the effects, and no mixer. Thank you, I forgot the English word. So basically, normally most shit, apart from the big pattern placer, everything is on my second screen. But since I'm recording, and since XFit is nasty little critter, I'll have to put everything here. And I think we'll be recording let's see, I have cinematic drums. Let's just do it. A little bit of orchestra, a little bit of big beat. Sounds good. Oh, and apparently this thing has been linked to voice in too. I don't want that, so I have to link it to this track. So actually something went wrong and was linked wrong, but I'll link it to this track and I'll rename this track drums. I can't be bothered with linking them to separate tracks right now, but since I'm recording on the master, it doesn't really matter how I link it, as long as all channels except the voice are linked to the master track. So let's see what we can do. A little bit of big beats like this. This. Like this. No. No. Let's see. Let's go for something else. These samples are not made for a big beat. No, not really for big beat, but they're cinematic and there is big beat in there, but nah, not my cup of tea. Let's see. Taxi hat. This is kind of a killjoy. This one goes here, this one goes here. No, so that's kind of a beat now. Just for the heck of it, let's try some melodic like stuff. And go. Like this. Well, I guess that's it. I hope the recording isn't too long. This is just a little tutorial on how to record and how it all works. And if this video is going up, I succeeded, and if I can succeed at this, pretty much anyone with about, say, a year of self-taught stuff can do it. Like, for Fruit Loops, all you have to know is how to use the ASIO for all drivers and how to use the in and outputs of the mixer. As for Cam Studio, all you need to know for this one is how to install codecs, how to use codecs, and it's pretty much just press play and stop, which I'm going to do now. So